This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, fans. It's been a great series. Stay tuned for Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals. It's the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. I'll be back at halftime.
This is to Abdul-Jabbar. Tries from 7. There's another one for the Lakers.
Now we can see them really working it inside. Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Staying away. The feed to Johnson. This quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. It's picked off. Here's Irvin.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that play. That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
And this pass is Dixon. Irvin against Johnson. Pass to Rex. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And a fast break now for the Spurs. There's Irvin. The rebound by the Lakers.
That game defensively was an absolute nightmare. They went into that building and just got blown out by a very hot team.
Well, they didn't defend those shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started rocking and thumping and bumping, things only got worse. Let's talk about the speed merchant. I mean, he was a blood going in for that program.
Let's look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Lakers.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Yeah, I noticed also that the quick hands have led to a lot of close turnovers and some points in transition as a result.
Now here's Johnson. He's had some games but no scoring after him. To the middle. Here's Mitchell. And the Johnson after taking the nice feed on the run.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities, that's what it's all about.
They get it again. Abdul-Jabbar passes to Ramos. Here's the screen. Johnson with it. Now defended by Mitchell. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Backing him down is Johnson. He passes to Ramos. The shot to run. And he goes horrendous for the one-handed jam.
Driving high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Yeah, what a way to wrap up that possession.
So it's the Spurs now. Willis defended by Hudson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gordon. Shakes out with a strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Gordon's got his 3rd bucket of the night. The Lakers trail. Johnson with it. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Gordon with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Mitchell shot is good. So the has been going for San Antonio.
The defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers, turning them over.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Have to like what we've been seeing from Mitchell.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Now here's Johnson. Johnson off the bench from McAdoo. He dishes it to Worthy. He feeds it to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to McAdoo. Here's Mitchell.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Mark. I mean, they're getting
Tremendous stuff from the guy. Clark, we think more out for his bench.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous movement ability. Surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a real aggressive move. 2 big points, too.
Willis is guarded by Johnson. a putback jam. Beautiful work.
And those are the types of plays that put them in front in this game.
Kicks it out to Johnson. The pass to Cooper. Finds it from the top of the key. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 6 assists in the game. For San Antonio. They're at 15-6 run. And taken away by Johnson. Makes the lead pass. Cooper with the bucket. And just a 2-point Spurs lead.
They're trying to rattle any rims or racks there.
Gets it over to Worthy. Lakers passing it around. Brown. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Yes, it is. And so the basket there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
You can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession. Still Lakers ball. San Antonio on defense. They lead by 4. Cooper the pass to Worthy. He shot on the way. Great D that time from Fowler. For San Antonio. There's the screen. 6 to shoot. Here's Sherman. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And now a 6-point Spurs lead.
Boy, they are having their way in the paint right now. So many looks right at the rim.
Defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's helped them get the ball in close time after time.
James! Shots good from Worthy.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedals and flowers, Steve, just like we like.
To the point. Here's Baxter. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Spurs lead by 6.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Now here's Wood. Excellent D there from Fowler. 1:49 left in the first quarter. Willis defended by West. This is into Cooper. Fires from deep. Cut the line. Foul. Lakers look like the D didn't get there in time, man. He'll shoot free throws. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. No good. San Antonio making the switch here. He's good on the second. Lakers on the one side. West is good on his team. He passes the ball.
Signature slam right there for the big guy. How many of those have we seen before?
And San Antonio has possession. And stolen by McAdoo. And he turns it on.
Well, the number one priority for defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong as a finisher.
You know, something else that we can't forget about this season is the pull-up shooting. You give him too much room, and you won't hesitate for a second to raise up and spray you with that tip.
So San Antonio at the basket by Los Angeles. Has 5 in the ball. Second chance up. No good. Great D that time.
Good glass work there. Rebounds have been a little tough to come by for them in this quarter.
Well, it looks to me like they're still finding their way out there, but it is early.
And here's Los Angeles now. They trail by 3. struck. So he gets the wrist around. James on the up and 2 shots from out. It's his first trip to the line. 2 shots. Good on both.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, but today, been no different.
19 seconds left to play here in the first. McDonald, defended by West. Here's Cooper. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. At the end of one, a closer contested. And thanks for tuning in as we get back to the action of the ball game here. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
I thought the key to that first quarter, guys, was the turnovers they faced with that aggressive defense.
Well, the defense, as you said, Steve, has been really aggressive. It's paid off for them a few times already.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the floor for San Antonio. They've got Cooper, and it's Gordy in at the shooting guard position. And this pass is to Nixon. They now take the lead. The Bucks have seen the lead James quite a bit in this one.
Yeah, we still have. I mean, it's been a bit of a windshield wiper game. I mean, back and forth, the lead is on the so no one in clear control.
I think both teams feel like they can win. They both have confidence. So we'll see which team can ride the momentum and take control of this game.
Here's Gordy after the made shot from Nixon. Next, takes it in the 10th of the lead and converts the layup.
Look at the combination of size and touch. That's why he's a great finisher down low.
The Lakers trail. Nixon defended by McDonald. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. Backing down. Lakers in the ball around now. Defended by Baxter. The hook. And Abdul-Jabbar gets it to them. Abdul-Jabbar's got 8 points.
That hook shot was softer than whipped cream and cotton balls. His post game is simply fantastic.
Chipped away. McDonald bounces to Cooper. This is the goal. That's to Cooper. Nixon defended by McDonald. And a fast break now for the Spurs. No shortage of drama here early on.
Well, neither team can grasp control of this thing. I mean, both teams trying to get a hold of it.
What do you think, Steve?
Oh, yeah, 8 lead changes already. I mean, that's a big number this early in the game. So we're in for a treat tonight as a competitive matchup.
Nixon, the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Defended by Baxter. Off the left rim and out.
Well-contested shot there.
And that's the key defensively. You got to make them work for a challenge every shot.
A little under 2 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The basket foul. 5 on the clock. Takes the 14-footer. That's blocked. Takes it to Augustine. Nixon, the pass to Augustine. Abdul-Jabbar gets double team. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Passes it to Fowler. He kicks it to Darden. Second chance shot. The shot's good from Fowler. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You can say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Timeout call for Lakers. Lakers have gone 2 or 3 from the field here in the second quarter. Backing him down is Johnson. Abdul-Jabbar gets it to go. Abdul-Jabbar's got 10 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with
Chapman. Here's Wilkes. And here's Doherty. Puts the lead pass in front of
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on. Clark had to go for it, didn't he? I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fall for that. Who cares? Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Left to the basket by San Antonio. No good off the front iron. Gervin outside. To Chapman. Back to Gervin. The dish to Doherty. Just 5 to shoot. Nixon, the pass to Cooper. That's good. Cooper's got 6.
Well, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seems easy.
The Lakers gain possession. Lakers have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Johnson goes in, stolen away. Gervin outside. Buckner. And the Spurs lead by 3.
Great assist there. Led him to the perfect spot.
Wilkes defended by Mitchell. Oh, and that is Christian Mitchell.
He is an automatic shooter when he gets into that area.
Wilkes, the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Well, those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
For San Antonio, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Back to Gervin. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Chapman.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does it.
Well, I mean, he should stay with those basics until ball game because we got one here tonight. Well, it looks like he's finally found his footing in this game. His first quarter was a little stronger, but he's gotten it going now.
Comes out. Comes out with the end of the break. This one nip on top through the first play.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any of the time.
Steve's so close.
Wow, such a seesaw affair, back and forth. I mean, this has been an unbelievable game to watch.
That's good. And now a 4-1 Los Angeles lead.
Well, when you think about Eastern offense, his name comes to mind. It doesn't take much for him to get it going and knock off a string of buckets.
And what a maestro he is as well. I can't tell you how many times I've seen him throw what looks like a blind pass. And I wonder where it's going, and suddenly it's right on target in the hands of his teammates for a basket.
Well, you allow him to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul him, and one free throws are better than a layup.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Both free throws good for Nixon. And here's Cooper. 13 points in the game. Johnson over the hill. Back to Gervin. Pass to Buckner. Feeds to Gervin. Here's Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Double by Nixon. Will it go? Misses off the right eye. Lakers lead by 6. He passes to Cooper. Gives him the lead pass. Loose. And it's Abdul-Jabbar penetrating. Defended by Mitchell. And the Lakers with another miss. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Gervin. Cooper will finish at the bucket. Gervin's got 15.
Purely from a size standpoint, that is a mismatch that's going to be hard to overcome defensively.
The hook. And that gets it to go. 12 points for him.
He started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He for one of those games.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
All right, it's time to go. Make some noise, man.
Here's Tony. Tony Hudson. Mitchell's to Rick. This is the champion. And the little turn off the bus.
They're being very one-dimensional right now. This is close every time, but if it works, you don't need another dimension.
Well, they're taking this defense to task, quite honestly. Every one of their last 10 points is coming.
Gets it to go.
He's showing some kind of killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Here's Butler. To the right side. Pass it to Gilmore. Goes out of bounds. The Spurs able to return possession. San Antonio taking the switch here. Paul Willis. Pass to Butler. 5 to shoot. Got it. Here's Willis.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put up some extra amount.
Me too.
I think he did plenty of damage anyway. His shoulder was one-handed. He threw it down pretty hard.
San Antonio with the ball. Following the bucket by the Lakers. They set the screen. Misses. Nice D from that Abdul-Jabbar. Now here's Johnson. T right out. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. Top shot. And that one comes up a bit short. Spurs trail by 8. Here's the pass to Mitchell. Nice ball by San Antonio. Passes it to Chapman. Johnson over the net. Here's Willis. Spurs running the switch here. Lakers lead by 8. Well, this was too early. Johnson gets it over to Wilbur. Johnson. Johnson off the bench from Wilbur. Shot off the screen. It's rebounded by Baxter.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high a percentage as it gets.
Up there. Good.
And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 71% all in all in this run. They've been brilliant offensively. The feed to Johnson. Johnson off the bench for McAdoo. On Dwayne Johnson. He passes it to McAdoo. That one falls from Johnson's feet. McAdoo's got 6 points.
So he made a nice little bounce pass. We call that the pocket pass. He did it well.
Knocked away. And that's a bounce. San Antonio wins that possession. And the Spurs making a change here. 35 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Baxter. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
It's not looking either way, that's for sure.
Lakers leading by 8. He dishes it to Worthy. Defended by Chapman. The 9-foot shot. And he flies off the glass.
He didn't even flinch, just buried it like it was any other shot. Unbelievable.
And that concludes the first half. Lakers lead by 7. And don't go. And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Hello out there and welcome to the halftime report as the conference finals continue on 2K Sports. Los Angeles in front against San Antonio. They're just one win away from advancing to the next round. And this dedicated Spurs team is weathering the storm. A dramatic advantage in the paint. They're getting right in close and converting the kind of buckets they want. That'll be all for this episode. It's in the books. I'm all done reading. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint. And we welcome you back to the Western Conference Finals as we get going again.
So it's the Spurs now.
They've got Abdul-Jabbar. Johnson is out there with Randall. And it's Nixon in the point guard. Passers in the game for the Lakers. Pass to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. And that one's good. Lakers leading by 5. Johnson outside. And the pass to Randall. He feeds it to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off the shot. Good. Randall. 6 points for him.
He's been key for this team's offense the way he's distributed the ball.
Yeah, you know, the offense is just moving through him, Steve. No doubt.
Nixon, the pass to Johnson. This is to Abdul-Jabbar. Second shot opportunity. And Dexter to pass that to Welch has got 17 now. Spurs trail by 9. Comes it to Green. And lots of things out there. This is the best thing to do.
Well, he's so steady. You don't see a lot of ups and downs. He just brings it every single night.
Yeah, unflappable. Impenetrable is the word I use for him, Steve. Look that one up if you get a chance. I think I've never suffered any of those crises of confidence that other players do.
Sure, that one drops. 14 points for him.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic. It's just beautiful basketball to watch, bro.
Durbin's got 17.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Nixon, the pass to Randall. Into Abdul-Jabbar. Passes it to Randall. Johnson outside. Abdul-Jabbar. Defended by Gilmore. Middleton around. No good from Abdul-Jabbar.
Really good work defensively. This coach has to be happy with this team.
Yeah, forcing that miss right there. Great out.
Here's the play. Pushing it up. Hook shot on the way. And goes. Abdul-Jabbar's got 4 this quarter.
You know, it didn't seem to be in the danger of getting that shot blocked, guys, but he decided to go to the hook anyway.
3 minutes gone now in the Takes a look there from Gilmore. Spurs trail by 11. Wilkes defended by Nixon. Here's Wilkes. And the officials call it overtime. So
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
here's Nixon. And again, the Lakers no good. The Spurs have gone 4 times in the fourth so far in the third. Tipped. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Back to Johnson. Pass to Nixon. And he drew the blocking foul. They go to the line for two. Let's get this up, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Forcing turnovers, you want to convert at the other end. That's what this club has done.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Spurs trail by 10. Wilkes, defended by Nixon. Johnson against Irvin. Kicks it out to Johnson. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Rams. Defended by Mitchell. Pass to Rams. 6 on the shot clock. And he runs it. And the punt on Abdul-Jabbar.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam.
Well taken Johnson. It's a team that was lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Wilkes, defended by Nixon. Offensive rebound. And it's Gordon Nixon.
His touch has disappeared on this court. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Offensive rebound.
He's just hanging from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the slaughter clock right now.
Yeah, and what? It's your thing. Yeah, but you don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up, though, either.
Wilkes, defended by Nixon. Johnson against Irvin. The pass to Mitchell. Fires at the elbow. Wilkes, divided over. Feeds to Johnson. He passes to Nixon. Abdul-Jabbar. Defended by Gilmore. There is a 19 feet away. Abdul-Jabbar's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What quarter he's had.
San Antonio calls timeout.
I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Here's Irvin. He's got 17. Wilkes, defended by Nixon. And that will be San Antonio as it goes all about to Cooper is checked in for Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Rejected by Johnson. And he recovers it. There's the bucket. Good. Lakers leading by 14. Passing to Nixon. 8 minutes to go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Pass to Gilmore. And it's defending. Takes it from 10. Johnson. Johnson right side. The pass to Nixon. Abdul-Jabbar in the post. Provide Irvin.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
Well, I think the Hebrews got one right there. A lot more
goes into this, you got that much more.
No good from Nixon.
He's been wayward and just off about everything he's put up in this game.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Johnson's got the ball. At the lead pass. Lures it in. Got the bucket.
I tell you, he's really carrying a lot of the load offensively, and that's almost always good news for them.
Wilkes defended by Nixon. Durbin passes to Gilmore. 6 to shoot. Here's Wilkes. Reverses. So there is a goal. 2 free throws for Hunter. He's got 3 votes out now. And the Spurs making a change here. And he sinks the second. Lakers lead by 15. Johnson on the he passes Johnson. Back to Johnson. Here's Cooper. Goes up the baseline. No good. Some solid defense.
Well contested shot there. And that's the key defensively. You got to make him work for a challenge every shot.
Passes it to Chapman. Shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively. It makes it so much tougher to defend, too. When you have to account for all 5 offensive plays, and the ball just moves so quickly, it's tough to defend that.
Here's Cooper. Huge shot. With the damage of fast break.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break. Guys, this is just too close in the game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Pass to Nixon. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Backing him down is Johnson. Fades away. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Fadeaway was the right shot there because he got his attempt away from the defender. But the touch was poor.
And the pass to Chapman. Right through the knee for the layup. 10 points for him.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Backing him down is Johnson. And it's off the back rim. No good. Spurs trail by 17. The feed now to Doherty. 35 seconds left in the third. Pass to Cooper. 18 feet out. That's good. Cooper's got his first points in this one. Lakers leading by 15. Nixon, the pass to Ramos. He dishes it to Johnson. And out of bounds as the Spurs.
What was he doing with that pass? That's just an awful turnover.
Wilkes defended by Nixon. Pass it to Cooper. The 10-footer.
Great defense in the lead there, making it tough on the offense.
Now through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Los Angeles on top, up by 15. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup. But we'll see how things turn out. Los Angeles calls timeout.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting. He wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong running a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
And during that last break,
Jabbar's got 14 points now in the second half.
Now the defense played him really well, and he knew exactly what to do. That's another hit shot.
Wilkes is guarded by Johnson. Here's Wilkes. Here's it from outside. Wilkes. Los Angeles leading by 16. Pass to Cooper. Misses in close.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Now the pass to Chapman. He's guarded by Cooper. Pocket 6. Let's go from 14. Through.
Boy, I like the way he carved out just enough space to get his hands on the missed shot and rattle the rim on the putback.
And the gap narrow.
Closing his backs.
Well, that's the effort of a team ready to fight back into this game.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Nice fadeaway down over the top. And the Lakers lead by 16.
You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that and lose that lead.
This is a Chapman. Rejection by Cooper. One-on-one fast break. Tries it from 19. Got on it. And San Antonio will go the other way. Here's Wilkes. Here's Chapman. And it's sent back by McAdoo. He has it to Cooper. Defended by Chapman. Lead away. Cooper with the bucket. Cooper's got the pass this quick.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line. Knocking down those mid-range jumpers.
Yeah, in fact, that's the shot they used from that range part to get 8 of their last 10 points.
Pass the ball. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Wilkes.
No tip required when you've got room to make the stop.
Some powerful second chance pass right there.
And he wasn't wasting any time. Straight back up, right into the hoop.
Abdul-Jabbar. It's double team. There's the pass to Chapman. Here's Buckner. And it's rejected. And that's on the bottom. San Antonio will return possession. San Antonio is switching up. On here, the Spurs inside. So like it seems like
He just continues to light him up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
on defense, the Lakers. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Next, Abdul-Jabbar comes. That's good.
He's a grinder. I love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
Johnson, the pass to Rams. Wilkes, defended by Mitchell. And it's Abdul-Jabbar penetrating. Hook shot. Ouch. Abdul-Jabbar's got 28 points for the game. Spurs trail by 16. Wilkes, defended by Nixon. Pass to Belton. And the rejection by Abdul-Jabbar. And it's the Lakers on the boot. Johnson, the pass to Nixon. And there's a call by the official. Following the ball.
He got there late. It's too much like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Williams checked in for San Antonio. Johnson will go. It's stolen by Johnson. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Gets the ball.
Boy, really opened up for him there. He sure did. That was a very late reaction from the defense there.
Lakers up on the way. Kicks it out to Johnson. Another shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they can stretch this lead out.
And Irvin kicks to Mitchell. Back to Irvin. And there's the pass to Chapman. This one's clean from the low block. Lakers leading by 18. Nixon gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up the end.
Pass to Mitchell. They get a hand on it. And it's the Lakers on the break. Pulls up. And a pass on the rim, but it's centered.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense is giving him. He's a key contributor for them to score.
Passes up to Chapman. Pass to Mitchell. Just 5 in the court. The Lakers with the rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Here's Nixon. Trying to shot.
They've had the hotter hand in the first half so far, no question. And it's because of all the high percentage shots they've been working for and getting.
The pass to Mitchell. Willis defended by Nixon. That's going to be a goal to
We didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes. A lot of noise coming from these fans. Pretty unhappy with that call. Well, you know, we've got a lot of amateur officials in the crowd, and not one of them like it.
Here's Irvin. That's good. Irvin's got 19 points. Lakers leading by 20. Here's Nixon. They grab the on this. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. Tries again. Jump shot is good. 18 points in the game.
Not what they drew up, but they'll take the 2 points.
Down low. The first one falls. Free throws good from Gilmore. And here are the Lakers. The biggest of the game was 24 points. Too long on the shot.
And little to no chance of that shot going in. Yeah, that was a tough one.
And that one's good. Irvin's got 21. Steve, they are in complete control.
Everything they're doing, Kevin, has been working out. The game plan was solid, and they are executing out there.
Shoots it up. Rebound, San Antonio. Chapman to pass to Gilmore. And he hits him away off the glass.
All the points these defenses are on the side is inexcusable. Practically lay-ins. Yeah, they've got to harden and toughen up down there, guys.
Lakers leading by 16. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Here's Mitchell. Johnson with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here.
inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hit.
And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Still Lakers ball.
From deep three-point range.
Now, he had going in the first half, but now he's starting to falter.
No good from Nixon. Here's Wilkes. He's running off a brilliant assist. Wilkes has got 21 in the game.
Well, for one, he hasn't let him down. I mean, a few other guys need to pick up the pace a little bit. Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half. It's not even been a foul.
To Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Dishes it to Gervin. Another shot. Los Angeles leading by 12. Here's Nixon. No good again that time.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
No good. And the Spurs going the other way. To the middle.
Just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
The Lakers shooting very well in the fourth. That's around 48%. On 18 feet away. That's good. And once again.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a yes.
That one's good.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Lakers lead by 10. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Never got a pass he would be making like this. He's lucky it wasn't stolen.
San Antonio calls timeout. There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Here's Herman. And the defense in position is this way. He's perfect from the line this time. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Backing him down is Johnson. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, it's no wonder he's a bit cold. He's used to getting a lot more shots than he has today.
After Gervin. Spurs working the ball around. And he's fouls away in. 2 free throws now for him. 2 seconds left. That narrows the gap to 7. No free throws good from Chapman. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so they choose to essentially foul.
That's his first personal foul.
The Lakers shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Covered by Gilmore. Wilkes, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So it's San Antonio. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
They've got to score quickly. He had no time to waste at all.
Wide open look. They got it covered. Gilmore. Another shot. And now they trail by just 4.
Giving them an opportunity at second chance points and some hard work on the glass there.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the end goal in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
That's off his left. So this is what San Antonio calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. 12 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Well, they need to draw something up here. I think they'll go for a quick 2. And if not, maybe break somebody free for a long 3-quarter.
They have to know they
called a foul right after the shot goes in.
And now we decide the foul is out.
At the line for your Lakers.
And now he doesn't get the first one call. Trying to focus now on the second. And no good on the second. So they've done it. They're going to move on.
You know, they had to battle through the very tough Western Conference, but they were able to survive the test and earn a trip to the final.
From day one, this was their goal. Make it to the finals. But really, this is just the beginning for them.
You know, they're going to celebrate tonight, guys, just a little bit. I mean, they have to savor this moment because, as you said, Kevin, it was their goal. But there's a lot of business ahead. And they're going to have to immediately tomorrow prepare for the finals and what lies ahead. But, wow, what a moment for this club tonight.
Still, they get to celebrate tonight, and they've earned it as champions of the West. And that'll wrap it up for Mark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Lewisburg, and the whole 2K crew. Kevin Owens saying thanks for watching the NBA Western Conference Finals, presented by 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game.